Say, oh, I'm trying to. Hey, I'm trying to.
I've had girlfriends lie about abortions to get money.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Just a Girl Show. My name is Janine. If you are new here, if you're new, of course, hit that subscribe button and turn your notifications on so you never miss an episode. And if you are a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is feeling well and amazing and enjoying the content I have been, dropping over the last few days with Ramadan starting this past weekend. So just wanted to put that out there. Hope everyone is feeling amazing and doing well. When I started Just a Girl back in 2017, I was for sure what I thought I was a feminist, right? In my mind, I was looking up the definition of what feminist meant, right? Just wanting to have equal opportunities for women. I felt like, I wanted to bring women together and we all feel, we feel worthy, we feel powerful, we feel like we have the right to do certain things, to not feel like we can't go for something because we're women. That's what I'm just putting it out there. I was very much a feminist. And I was proud of that. I will also acknowledge that I didn't do as much research as I should have on what the feminist movement really was and how destructive it was and how it wasn't just based on women having equal rights. It was unfortunately about removing the man out of the picture completely, and now women are, we're all fighting to be equal, and it's like, no, you're just fighting to just do it by yourself. So I realized that, and I've over the years, and especially for you guys know, within the last year or so of building my platform on TikTok over here on YouTube, I realized that ain't it, because at the same time, right? The idea is when we have this feminist mindset, we think that it's all the men. Men are the ones holding us back. Men are the ones who are, making it hard on us. But in reality, y'all, it ain't no man. It's us. It's us. It's us holding ourselves back. It's me holding me back, right? Me allowing a man to hold me back. I'm not referring to anything that is, not consensual. I'm talking about consensual adults, but having that realization for me honestly has allowed me to be free of all the stress that I used to have and disappointment with dealing with women, because I was such a feminist that I couldn't understand. I was so giving, I was so willing, I was just all about the girls, which I am, don't get me wrong, but I have a different lens of I just don't take things as face value because it's another woman, another sister. Because people are human, regardless of their gender, regardless of how the color of their skin tone, regardless of where they come from. People are human. So it almost does us a disservice to just believe people because of we have the same genitals. No, we need to look at people for who they are, regardless of their race, skin tone, background. Look at them for who they are. So I've acknowledged that I'm not a feminist anymore. And I want to drop this clip for y'all of Miss Amber Rose also acknowledging it and get into the full conversation, because this is going to be, it's going to be tough, but we need to talk about it.
Yeah. Do you think sometimes women actually try to get pregnant from men?
Yes. Yes.
That's a real thing?
Yes.
You've had girlfriends say, oh, I've
had girlfriends lie about abortions to get money, to act like they're pregnant. Yes, it's disgusting. This is why I stopped my slut walk, by the way.
Yeah.
This is why I'm no longer a feminist. Okay. Because I saw the dark side of what women can do. And I'm sitting here feeling slighted by men.
Right.
And then I'm fighting for equality. Right. And I'm like, the only equality is that you ain't either. You bitches are crazy. You guys are extorting men, lying about pregnancies, saying you're on birth control when you're not, to trap them, and I mean, not to sound vulgar, but if a man comes inside of you and you say that you're on birth control, he trusts you. Right. Up that you would trap him like that. Right. You don't do that to people.
So for me, I really love Amber Rose for her honesty. I think that she's been doing the work over the years to try to shift her image, right? She's came out and shared her views on being a Republican, supporting Trump, and just being vocal enough to own where she was and who she's trying to be today, right? Accepting that I was this way, I did that, I did this. I'm all for people who can take accountability. You know, what I will say though, it is tough, which is why I talk about this all the time. It's harder, shall I say, to allow for people to fully want to invest themselves into the new you when you have a past and you do get known for all of your negative things, the sexual stuff, and it takes away from the things that you're doing currently. So which is why we have to be so conscious as women what we do in our past. But she acknowledged it. She acknowledged that she was a feminist, and she acknowledged why she's not anymore, because women be messed up. And unfortunately, y'all, the situation with Anthony Edwards and Aisha, Lil Baby's baby mama, that right there is happening right now, y'all. And that is exactly what she just talked about. Women who intentionally get pregnant, women who intentionally lie to men, trick men for a check. It ain't for a baby, it's for a check. The baby just happens to be collateral damage. That's the sad part. Women are saying this stuff to men. I know women who do it. But the sad part is women still act like it ain't happening. Like she lying. Lie about getting an abortion. Lie about being on birth control. Granted, I understand that men should take precautions. They shouldn't do certain things. But men are weak for us. So men, now that it's coming out, y'all got to be real careful. It's no, at this point now, as lustful and as weak as you guys are for us as women, we're telling you, they do it. And this young basketball player having all these kids and this older 38-year-old woman having a baby with a man who said he didn't want to have a baby with you. And my thing is too, right? I'm a firm believer and people show you who they are. They do in some way, somehow. So the way that he's showing himself to her and his lack of desire to be in the life of his daughter shows you, to me, says he ain't just pop up and be that blunt with you about how he ain't want you. He might have made it clear, you just this, you just that. I only want you to come over this time, because he's so direct. But the fact that we as women don't care, because it ain't about the child. It's about what I want. It's about what I need. I need money. That I'm going to pray on you. Pray on you and get what I want, which is money. And our kids are suffering. So we talk all the time about how the dads are abandoning their children. But at the same time, us as women are not bringing these kids into good environments. We're bringing our kids into environments that I know is not conducive. I know that I should have did this differently. You're 38 years old. You have experienced way more life than that young man. Way more life. You've been through it. You know what's going on. And you have the autonomy to protect your body, be on birth control, but they don't want to be. So what Amber expressed, right? Like she said, I stopped the slut walk because, again, her slut walk was for women. And slut walk thing was just, again, she was in that whole over sexualizing everything. So I don't even know why would anybody call it a slut walk. But hey, that's here nor there. But she was all about be free, do what you want to do. You're a woman, blah, 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 blah. You know, I wasn't that far as a feminist. I was not be free, do whatever you want. I wasn't there. I was more just like, let's be equal. Let's come together. Let's not let anything stop us. We can work as hard as men, but we ain't men. You know, I wasn't be free in that way. But it was just saying, like, I thought that this was the way to go because I'm trying to protect women. I'm trying to be all for women. And I'm also fighting a fight for women without really knowing the full depths of how women can be. So I'm putting myself on the front line for women, for my sisters, for my girlfriends, for my cousins, whoever it might be, not knowing that I'm out here about to make myself look like a fool. Because I know women are doing these things. As she said, me personally, I don't know anybody personally who has done anything like that personally. But or at the same time, I just don't know the information. But women, we see it, y'all. We've seen it too many times. And the fact that we're not being held accountable for our actions, and again, our children suffer. Our babies suffer. That being a mother means nothing to a lot of women. It means nothing. And it's unfortunate because our kids don't deserve that. They don't deserve to be mistreated in that way. They don't deserve to come into a world with a man who's telling me, the mother, I'm not going to be there. I don't want to see her. I don't want nothing to do with her. And you know what I'm saying? Like, what? And I'm not advocating for anybody to get an abortion. I'm not telling nobody what they should do. But what I am saying is we need to protect ourselves, and we need to close our legs and stop chasing money. So that way you don't have to put your child in that predicament to now not have her father, because she has a child with a little baby, and that child does have an active dad. That child does have his father in his life. So when she gets a little bit older and she's seeing they're a big age gap, but she's still seeing her older brother have this daddy in his life. And I'm figuring out where my daddy at. And mommy, you knew that my dad didn't want to be my dad. You knew what was going on. Like, we're not thinking about our kids. So being a feminist and fighting for women when you don't really know the full depths of how women can be, and how we think men are all bad and men do this and men do that, it has really destroyed our families. It has destroyed the communities amongst in all groups of people. Because this ain't just happening in the Black community. This ain't just a Black thing. This is happening and tainting the minds of many, many women to chase money, to get what they want, to go to get a quick dollar, to get to have a lifetime check that you don't have to work ever again. And our kids are suffering. So we have to, as women, start thinking about the way that we claim to be such great mothers and how we would do this and that for our kids. Think about your kids before you bring them into the world. Think about the kind of mother that you want to be for your kids before they come into the world. Think about the type of parents, the type of life you want for your unborn children before you bring them into this world. Especially when you get to 38 now. Come on. But let me know your thoughts on this conversation. Drop it in the comments. Let me know what you think it is. Of course, if you like the conversation, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel as well. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.